All the attention is on the Caribbean coast, but the Pacific coast is also a lot to offer for digital nomad. And I am going to talk to you about 4 towns on the Pacific coast. I will start with the smallest one, San Pancho. San Pancho is really interesting if you are into the surfing scene, if you like a chill, quiet lifestyle. San Pancho is a small coastal village. It's really, really small. There is one main road with a lot of restaurants and cafe, bar and things like this. A few adjacent roads, and that's it. There is nothing else. There is no big supermarket. And if you like nightlife, there isn't much of a nightlife. It's really small, chill, bohemian, if you like that. I have to say that the people there are really friendly. I remember the first day when I arrived in San Pancho, I didn't know where was my hotel, and there was this older gentleman from America. He took his car and he drove me to the place I was staying. It was really kind of him. So I really appreciate that the people there are really friendly. So if you go there, it will be a small community, really quiet, really chill, mostly surfer people. If you are not into surfing, there is not much else to do. I went there, I stayed 1 week, and I am glad I didn't stay more than 1 week. The internet I had was not good, and I was lucky that I didn't have a big phone video call with client that week, so that was great. But I really didn't like the quality of the internet there. I like to eat from home. I like cooking, but there isn't much of option to cook. There was a small grocery store, but it's a bit overpriced because it's the only store there, and they didn't have a lot of option. So San Pancho infrastructure not so great. Not much to do, not much of a nightlife. It's a place, if you go there, really to reflect, or to rest, to take a break, or maybe to do some creative work. That's San Pancho. Cost of living is not so cheap. It's on the higher side. We talk around $2,000 per month and probably more. And yeah, if you stay there, you probably need to rent a motorbike, a little scooter, something like this. The second place on the Pacific coast is Sayulita. And Sayulita is not really a great place for digital nomad. There is not much, if you like working from cafe, there isn't really a cafe to work there. It's really a holiday, pure 100% holiday place. It's really scenic, it's really beautiful, but I don't recommend to, if you're a digital nomad, you base yourself there. It's a holiday people, they're in a holiday mood. It's the vibe of the place, really big holiday place, and it's expensive. Mainstream tourists spending a lot of the hard-earned money on holiday, so I don't recommend Sayulita. If you go to Sayulita, just go there for rest, take a break, but not as a base for digital nomad. When I was there, I was mostly working from my hotel. You know, I put myself at the swimming pool at the hotel, and I was working there. Working from cafe in that place, it was not really possible. It's not a great option. So that's Sayulita. Puerto Escondido. If you have followed my channel for a while, you know that I go on regular basis in Puerto Escondido. It's really an interesting place. It has everything for work in comfortable setting. You know, you have a lot of cafe there. You have also those hotels selling you a day pass, and that's my preferred option. You know, some hotel, they have the day pass for 130 pesos, and it includes a drink, and you can stay by the swimming pool, you can use the infrastructure of the hotel. The internet usually is good. and you can have a really good day, really productive day, working, taking a break by the pool, in the pool, and then you work again, and it's great. But there is some time in Puerto Escondido, you have, especially if you work from a cafe, you have power outage, especially in La Punta. La Punta is a good place if you want to stay in Puerto Escondido. You have a lot of people that are into surfing, they stay in La Punta, or they're into outdoor sport like beach volley or things like this. That's the type of a vibe in the Puerto Escondido. It attracts a younger crowd, and yeah, you need to kind of fit in. If you are older, or if you have a different vibe, maybe you will feel lonely in Puerto Escondido, because it has really this young, carefree vibe, and it's not for everybody. But I have to say, Puerto Escondido, you can walk there comfortably, but bear with me that you have to deal with this subject of sometimes you have power outage. There was a guy I heard he lost, he was a remote worker, and he lost his job because he had a call, and that was an important call, and he could not make the call. So that's something to take in consideration. Also, Puerto Escondido is not too developed. I remember I use a lot of gear, like, I have this GoPro, a lot of camera and photo gear. If you break something, if you need to replace something, even the smallest simple stuff, you will not find someone, a shop where you can buy replacement gear. There is no, it's not, there is no gear to buy in Puerto Escondido. It's like this. So if you have to stay long term, I have to say it's more if you are working like one of my friends. Her work is just calling her team and working on her laptop. She doesn't need anything else. And if you have this type of work that doesn't rely of having a lot of gear that you need to replace, maybe that could be a good choice. Also something, because it's not so developed, sometimes I remember I had an injury, and it was really difficult to find somebody to help me. Like if you're in a big city like Mexico City, you go to a pharmacy and yeah, that's it. They will help you. But there, you go to the pharmacy, they just look at you. Oh, poor baby, he has an injury. They just don't care. So I had to do 3 pharmacies to find some help. Cost of living in Puerto Escondido is moderate. You can manage 1,500 around that price. That's a budget you need to prepare if you plan to stay in an Airbnb. If you are not in an Airbnb, if you can find a long-term rent, then you will have better option. I know people who stay there and they pay really little, but it's long stay. Last but not least is Puerto Vallarta. I am currently in Puerto Vallarta. I am starting my second week here. I really enjoy it, and I think Puerto Vallarta is all around good place, well-rounded. There is a bit of everything. If you want a day at a cool beach that is not in the city, you can take the boat to Jalapa, and then you have your day at your wild natural beach. But Puerto Vallarta is a mid-sized city. It has everything: mall, shopping center, chain restaurant like Starbucks, McDonald's, and all that stuff. And if you rely on a lot of gear like equipment, here you can find almost everything. Like if I have a problem with my GoPro, I can certainly find a store where I can find a replacement part. contrary to the other place. The other place, like Puerto Escondido, there's no big brand in Puerto Escondido. There is no mall. There is no Starbucks. There is no chain, and the same. It's the same for San Pancho, and Sayulita is a bit in the middle. There is a few, one or two, but not that much. So Puerto Vallarta is the big city, coastal city, well developed, safe. Cost of living is really not that high. I really enjoy it. Compared to the other place here, I was able to stay in a big apartment, really big, really large, and I pay less than what I would have paid in Puerto Escondido, Sayulita, or even San Pancho. So it's the more affordable place because there is such a choice of accommodation here. There's a lot of competition. So I have to say that Puerto Vallarta also it has all type of coffee place, specialty coffee, chain coffee. If you work from coffee, it has co-working place, professional co-working office. It has everything. It's really a good place. Generally, I am happy with my choice of Puerto Vallarta. Is also the cheapest option on all the four, and you can have day trip. You can have when you are based in Puerto Vallarta, you can have a day trip to Buceria in the weekend because Buceria is a quieter, smaller town. You can go to I mentioned Jalapa, and there is two more that you can go there, Wild Beach. So it's a great option, but this is not a surfing. It's not a surfing city. It's really a normal coastal town. So for me, the best choice overall, if you're a digital nomad working every day, consider here Puerto Vallarta is really a good choice. Perhaps also Puerto Escondido is also an excellent choice. It's a different lifestyle. You have to choose, you have to decide based on your digital nomad profile. That will be my word for today. If you've been on the Pacific coast, what was your experience? Which place did you enjoy the most? Share your experience with me, and see you soon.